Hello, my lovelies. Alright, let's take a moment here before this actually gets started. Is that too loud? The fan might be a little loud. If you're watching on YouTube, all live shows are on Twitch and archived on YouTube, usually the next day. I aim for 24 hours, but it doesn't always work that way. Alright, our batteries are good. We need to get the laser cutter before we can make too much more progress. How are we looking over here? I'm going to move my picture up a little bit. Maybe. It's the one that says... Oh. I didn't realize that was there. Okay. Alright, let's get down to business. So YouTube, don't forget, you can like and subscribe, and what else can you do? Leave a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, share a link, let someone know. Here we are. Alright, and anyone watching on the Twitch archive, which seems unlikely, but it could happen. Oh, before we get past that, Wicked Drummer, thanks for the follow. There you are. Thanks for the follow. While we were offline 5 hours ago. F8 to report bugs and give feedback. I think we're just gonna go get wet. There is stuff we could do. We could build out the base a little bit more. We could get a what's it called? Scanner room, and observatories are fun, but not necessary. And not really that useful. I guess we don't have the headquarter room. What's it? Scanner room, moon pool, multi-purpose. There is a room that keeps track of things like your structural integrity. I guess we have not found that yet. I thought that was one of the early. Alright, I guess not. So we can't build that. We could build the moon pool. Not the moon pool, the scanner room. And a few other things. What's our crush depth? 650. We could also go down to below the Twisty Bridges, past the in the deep Twisty Bridges zone, past the Sharknado, Octo Sharks, whatever you want to call them, and get those southeast, east. Let's head right about this heading. We'll head over to the blister zone. I'm sure it has a better name than that. I haven't looked it up in forever. Woo. And then we'll head down over to the Lilly Pad area, or at least the edge of the Lilly Pad area, and we'll start looking at the Seamonkey nests. And hopefully we can find some nickel. Oh, jeez. We might even be able to find, well, we're not going to be able to find, maybe we could find some kyanite, but, oh, this guy's going to come after us for sure. Down to 98 health. Haven't seen the Leviathan yet. That's fine with me. There's a lithium. I'm not sure how much total we've collected, but we'll be needing more later. Down, down into the depths of the planet 4546b. Oh, little stutter there. Something is following me. It was him! He was following me. Well, hello there. Scanner's on 2. This is the aquarium module. Oh, we didn't use usually when you unlock something, you get some fanfare. I don't see anything else here worth scanning or collecting. We'll head towards the open. I guess we could have scanned this guy. He's certainly odd. What an odd fellow you are. It's an arrow ray. F to turn that map off. These guys are predators, and they're not good for eating. Newt fish. Yeah, the right click on my Logitech G502 Hero is not perfect. And I was thinking, hey, I could maybe try to send it in under warranty, but I would have to wait for as long as it takes them to get me a new one, and I'm not sure what I would use while I was waiting. I think I can scan this. Nope, maybe because it's dead. This is just sandstone, isn't it? Limestone. Well, this area is kind of pretty, and there will be sea monkeys in here. I don't think there's anything harmful. Maybe, but we are definitely going to find some sea monkey nests in this area. And among the sea monkey nests, hopefully we will find the laser cutter in short order. This looks like reactor rods? Reactor module fragment, thermal reactor module fragments. So that's for the prawn suit, I believe. Or is there anything else about this? These things are cool. They turn colors as you approach them. Why? I don't know, but why not? I don't think we can scan them. Hive mind. Lights on. Alright, we don't need gel sack. Wouldn't hurt to have another ruby. I'm not sure how many we need total. Oh, there's another one. Nice. But we have a few back home. We're probably going to need a few more. Alright, does that go out or down? This looks like it goes down. So let's start over here. This, yeah, east should take us towards the lily pads. There's a SeaMonkey. And yeah, I think we will be doing some more Fallout 76 streams. Wow, this is... I'm going to put this over here, and also I think I've got a way to add it to the feed. Can alert sound, Twitch, noggin, break, text, question du jour, GPU meter. Yeah, let's see if we can add that. Yeah, it should be right up there. Looks like I have it set for too much transparency. Gray chroma. Opacity. Increase the opacity a little bit. Let's see if that did the trick. Not really. What if we just turn that off? Yeah, we'll just turn that off. We'll put it right up here. And I kind of want to keep it where I can see it. So when I get those stutters, I can try to figure out if it's my GPU or something else. That's definitely deeper. Let's head out this way first. I'm sure we'll come back. Fairly sure. Looking for sea monkey nests. Actually, I think there's a alien artifact down there. Maybe there'll be some driving instructions. Well, there's an alien artifact that we probably can't scan, and another ruby. Not scannable. Could probably scan that route though. Alright, down, down, down into the depths. Yeah, this is what I thought was here.
The artifact you found contains traces of information suggesting what has become of my people.
Now remember there being something in here that I was worried about. It may have just been a sea monkey and I didn't want it to steal my scanner. Let's see if this... Yeah, like that bro right there. And I don't know if they'll steal your... He's going to give me something. What are you going to give me? Gold! Thank you! Good sea monkey! Get lost. Alright, so... Architect artifact. This container might have been used to create small microbes for aquafloral flora and fauna. I'm going to read that again. This container might have been used to create small microbiomes for aquatic flora and fauna. Design indicates the following likely usage pattern. Trap and ensnare. I can't talk or read. Ensnare small fauna. Gather data on how various organisms responded to treatments and different I'm starting to get cold, I think. Yeah. Environmental influences. Use multiple containers to run multiple experiments in parallel. Yeah, look at my temperature gauge there is already half empty. If you don't keep moving, you get cold. There could be some gold in that one. Not scannable. We got 45 seconds. Let's get back to the truck, which I was hoping that the headlights would be a little more obvious. I guess we can't go down from here. I think this was the way to Marguerite's. South, east. So I think it'd be more west or southwest from here. Lily Pad route. It is beautiful. Everything seems to be working pretty well on the GPU meter. Ugh, still can't drive. What is that? That might be sulfur, it might be nickel. I think it's sulfur. It's nickel, and my inventory is full. I am not happy about my inventory being full. Which of you guys let me leave with a full inventory? Did you hear that? That was kind of scary. I don't think there's anything in this area that can hurt me other than myself. my incompetence, overzealousness. So, ouch. Not sure if that goes out. Probably goes out. Alright, well, east. We're going to skip that ruby. Feel silly for not emptying my pockets before we left. Having to leave all this good stuff here. Right, I think this is the booster module for the sea truck. Afterburner. And what do you got for me? Oh, my inventory's full. Do I have any food I can eat? Not really. Thank you, Seamonkey. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna put that right here. Wasn't there a ruby over here? Another one right there. Limestone. Gotta keep an eye out for that nickel. If it's not right next to something else, it's kind of hard to tell that it's not limestone or something mundane. There's a lily pad. Well, the plant part of a lily pad. There's an egg. What do you think it's for? Seamonkey, maybe? Any of you who've played through or looked at the wiki probably know. There's a nest. And it's the torpedo arm. I think I can eat that. Do I have room for two things? I think it's a 2-slot item. Inventory full. Do I have another? There we go. 9 health, 20 food, 5 H2O. So that's not bad. And I'm going to pick one, take it home, although I don't think we can grow it. That would be fun if we could, but I don't think so. And here is another torpedo arm. Oh, grappling arm.
New blueprint synthesized.
I don't know. Little dip right there. I don't know if you can kill. Oh, that big. Is that gold? It looks like gold, but maybe it's something else. Watch it be nickel. The thing I'm craving. That looks like nickel. And I think I need 3. There we go. Gold. I'm going to go ahead and drop this last one in case I find another nickel before we get home. And the reason we need that is for the deepest depth module, but we also need kyanite for that. Prawn suit, no. Prawn suit depth module 1, no. And there is no prawn suit depth module 2 apparently. Oh, there it is. So you need nickel and kyanite for that. We're using depth module 2 for the sea truck, And to make number 3, we need kyanite and nickel ore. So we'll need 1 more nickel ore, 2 kyanite. I don't know if we want to... Oh, there's another nickel. I don't know if we want to go after the kyanite today. Or before we head back to the base. Could come in handy. He's got a piece of copper for me. Is this the way north? I don't think this is the way out. Maybe it is. And, alright, here's another afterburner module. Sea truck horsepower upgrade. Okay. My bad. We're just gonna ignore that perfectly good rubric. And there's another piece of nickel. What else can we drop? We could drink another water. We could drop copper or quartz. Or this metal salvage. And drop the salt also. Oh, he's coming to me with something. It's a piece of titanium. Thank you, bro. I don't want to run into him and hurt him or kill him. We've got an alien pylon here, which suggests that there's something else alien here, but it could be that area we already investigated. Docking module.
New technology acquired.
Well, those things erupted and caught my attention. Yeah, we looked at this. There's some lithium. Yeah, we looked at this not yesterday, 2 days ago during the live stream. That sounded close. Fishy, fishy. So, I'm not seeing any problems there. And I don't know if I can shrink this. No, it's one size only. Alright, we'll just put it behind everything else. Something's making some noise around here. Do we want to go that way or that way? I don't think we're going to get more sea monkey nests that way. And we really want that laser cutter. There's the stuff I dropped. It's going to attack. Did he just do electrical damage to me? Yeah, and he disrupted my electrical systems. There's a nice glitch right in front of us. That which is there and not there. I'm tempted to... Damn, he did some damage. We'll go down and repair. Tempted to run into him. I mean, I can heal. He can't. All right. We don't have to kill everything. We already searched those 2 nests. Don't eat the Seamonkey. So this could be horsepower, could be afterburner. It is horsepower upgrade, which we don't need. Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
I feel like such a heel. Thanks for the gift. I'm just gonna put it in the trash now. That looks different. It is not scannable. Something is scannable. Oh, the Lilly Pad. Did I see something up here? Just limestone outcroppings, apparently. That looks like a nest. Looks like some kind of dive tank. Could be the booster, could be the ultra. Ultra capacity tank fragment. I like that. 1 of 3. Ugh. We'd find 2 more. It's worth it. What is he handing me?
Wow.
Good monkey. Dance, monkey. Driving by the Ruby. 'Cause I forgot to empty my pockets. Okay, this goes down to a very deep area. They're not going to find any... Ooh, the body piece, yes. Not going to find any sea monkey nests down there. And there will be a base in this big piece right here, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see if we can find the way in while we're here. You thought I didn't know what I was talking about. Something bad happened. Omega base. This looks like a good time for a screenshot. Actually, I probably should have parked closer since I am going to need air most likely. First, let's grab this, whatever this is. Swim charge fins wirelessly charges your held tool while you swim.
New blueprint synthesized.
I think this is the glass dome. Which reduces your structural integrity.
New blueprint synthesized.
Omega Lab. I can barely read that because my headlights are too bright. Let's get a breath of air before we go inside. Is there something here? Oh, I saw my scanner go off. Or my scannable indicator. Anemone plant. But I can't get that, and I can't access the planter bed. So hopefully that means I can plant the fruit. Which sounds like a euphemism, but... Alright. Go up a little bit so we can get some light in the dome, presumably. Vending machine. We cannot scan the
New blueprint synthesized.
bulkhead. I already had a bulkhead. No, it's just part of the hatch for something else.
New blueprint synthesized.
I don't know why every nameplate is scannable. Pick up a picture. It's Sam. No, that's Sam. I'm Robin.
New blueprint synthesized.
90 seconds on air.
New blueprint synthesized.
Yeah, this is when I should have had a flashlight. But we can tell from the glow that there's a PDA here.
I challenged your spy pengling to a foot race earlier.
Because you got tired of losing to me?
Ouch. What if I've been letting you win so I could see you smile?
Cute. But I don't believe it. There are easier ways to make someone smile.
Easier than losing a foot race?
Oh, I think you're a woman with many talents.
What are you implying?
The artwork that appeared in my lab the other day?
Oh, that. A study in Parhelion Red.
I assume you had something to do with that.
That depends. Do you like it?
It's beautiful. Like the person who gave it to me.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were flirting with me.
Do you know better?
I don't know what I know anymore. Not when you're looking at me like that.
Going back in. I probably should park closer to the door, but... And before, I think we might have had to have cut that off, that door. Focus, the task revolution. The key to total uninterrupted focus. What? What's important is the ability to unfocus on the unimportant. But, alright, so we got some self-help there. What are we scanning? I can't tell. Oh, I don't have the scanner out. That counter. 96 seconds. Probably this wall? No?
New blueprint synthesized. New blueprint synthesized.
80 seconds. Ooh, here's a blueprint. Oh, I meant to read it. There's the control room. All right. Water filtration machine.
New blueprint synthesized.
That is a score. 60 seconds. Allows you to extract water and separate the salt and the water from each other so you can have
New blueprint
good bottles of water to drink as well as salt for salting fish. Investigation report, Omega Laboratory.
Notes. Omega Lab was first breached by heavy impact, perhaps from a sea track modified with some sort of battering implement. A localized explosive charge was then released and detonated from a distance. Lab equipment was damaged to the point of inoperability, and all live specimens were destroyed. No personnel was injured. Samples have been collected for analysis to determine whether any bacteria escaped. It is, however, unlikely. The heat of the charge should have boiled everything within a 10-meter radius.
Trying to get the light to go inside. Hold still. Precision is so difficult. I think there's something flying around in here. Alright. That light might actually make things worse because we have more contrast.
We've studied the first Kara bacteria samples from the specimen. Results are promising. We were able to stimulate rapid multiplication of cells in a controlled environment, resulting in the creation of several different mutations with potentially useful applications. Think of
I
the
am.
possibilities. Life-saving treatments,
You okay?
genetic research. It could be a window to
I love you.
understand the evolution of life on this planet. The findings could move us forward by years. We recommend a wider study, using samples collected from a greater variety of sites around the original pustules. We trust you will provide the necessary security to do so. The Leviathan site must be protected.
All right, 90 seconds. Can't really see much in here. Well, I can tell there's no scan indicator, so we can't scan it. Don't really need a command chair, do we? 60 seconds. There's probably something on the counter behind me.
New blueprint synthesized.
What is this? Nuclear reactor fragment? 39 seconds. We'll head out after this and we'll come back for whatever, if there is something there.
One blueprint. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Let's answer the phone.
That laboratory appeared to have been sabotaged intentionally. Do you know what it would have been used for?
Look like maybe bacteriology. That's what the equipment was for anyway. Before a fire tornado ran through it, or something.
Do you think your sister had something to do with the destruction?
I don't know why she would, but the more I see on this planet, the less I know what to think. Who would want to destroy it?
I suspect they were doing research on the Kara bacteria. But, you know, there's really not enough evidence at this point, knowing that the Leviathan that they were talking about had a lot of active bacteria culture. Alright. Previous versions, there was something here to take and to scan. That does not seem to be the case now, which is fine. Before, I think the base had not been destroyed. I think it was just abandoned. So that looks like that's everything we're going to get out of this place. And that's not... Oh, what was it? Something there? No? But that's fine, because we got quite a bit here. Double check. Oh, I didn't check this other room. Oh, something. Single bed. There's a PDA.
Danny's not here, I'm afraid.
That's okay. It's you I wanted to see. What's that you're working on?
Just a sketch for a piece I want to make.
60 seconds.
I'm slacking off. Don't tell the boss lady.
I won't. It's beautiful. What is it?
I'm doing a series inspired by bacteria. Mutant beauty. Life, death, risk. You know, that kind of thing.
What's this one? It looks like Harab, but Vin, is this a mutation?
It's just an art project.
You know you're doing that thing with your neck, like when you're trying to bluff an alien intruder.
Alright, fine. Fine. I'm bad at lying.
Are you mutating Kara bacterium from the frozen Leviathan? Here? In this lab?
Please, don't ask me any more questions.
I don't think I need to.
King Akira desu. Yes, I'm a Never really quite got how to pronounce that. I just need to look it up, I suppose. All knowledge is available online. Well, we'll make a little more.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I'm going to go ahead and drink that because we're going to be able to make better bottles of water once we get back to the... Is that a light? No, it's just part of the multi-purpose room. We still need torch schematics. Dog speed. Did you see that? Is it called SN1? Did you see that SN1 landing? This is not the way we came in. We came in over the backside here. Point redeems. I don't actually know what that is. or how to do it. Is that something I need to learn how to do? Channel point redeems. Would that be here maybe? Maybe under community? Streaming tools, creator camp. I imagine it is something I could do. I'm not sure where to start looking though. I am really not very, I don't know, what would you call it? Savvy? But all the tools they make available, and I just want to get online and play games and chat. But I understand that these things add to the experience.
Range of data that might help with the construction of a new storage medium. You must continue to investigate.
I must. I think it's slightly. Oh, I need food too. Crap. I was gonna try to find that. I got this block. I was gonna try to find that laser cutter before we headed home. It seems like this would be the direction to do it. We can get back down into the Seamonkey nests. And okay, we haven't been here yet, so that's good. Are there any sexy prawns? Yeah, the prawn suit's pretty sexy, and then there's a thing that's kind of like a it looks quite a bit like a lobster, but its claws are curled under more. So it reminds me a little bit of a mantis shrimp, but it's huge-ish. Alright, here's another reactor core thing. Thermal reactor module fragment, which is for the sexy prawn suit.
New blueprint synthesized.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. Fairly low-hanging fruit. I thought something flashed up like we could scan it, but I don't think you can tell if something is scannable while you're in the
Emergency.
sea truck.
Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Fine. That's my last food that I have on me. And I can eat raw fish, I think, but I'm not sure how good and or bad it is for you. This looks like we've already scanned it. Sounds like I just hit a sea monkey. Don't spank the sea monkey. Beavis. This looks like we're under a lily pad. How am I? Ooh, what was that? Oh, thanks for the host. I'm pretty good. I gotta go to work tonight, so that's not great.
Bow of an astronautical Sol Transcov vessel nearby. Vessel name Mercury 2. Inoperative.
Inoperative. Yeah, I would say. And I don't think I'm gonna get a laser torch out of here. Ooh, check out these whales if you haven't seen them before. They do surface breaches and everything. They're magnificent. There's an operative. Oh, I forgot the context. How am I doing? Yeah. Ooh, been playing. At least 2 of the kids have been interested in Dungeons and Dragons, and so I got roped into being the DM. So I'm trying to be happy about that. They're starting to get old enough where I should probably just be happy they still want to talk to me. You know, it's just conversation opportunities too. But I've forgotten most of what I learned, and I was never that great at it to begin with. I just liked making things. I hardly ever played. But they're having fun. I don't even see a way in. Although, I think there's a way in over here. And this is actually a window to the bridge. If you park your ship out here and then go in through the breach, if it's still here, you can... It's a pretty long distance to cover, and I don't know that with any confidence that I could cover it. Oh, inoperant. There's some copper wire. Don't really need that. These are nuclear reactor cores, rods, depleted rod. I don't know if you can salvage. Oh man, and I can't get this stuff out of the way. Ram it. No, I would need a. There's a tool I would need to move that. It's kind of like the gravity gun. It's, what's it called? Is it called the repulsion cannon or something like that? What if I use Viagra? Would that salvage my depleted rod? Hey, 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 there could be kids watching. I don't want to endorse pharmaceuticals. 72 seconds. Let's get a gulp of air. Is something trying to come after me? I think that thing might have gotten mad at me for being in its world. I don't have a... Oh, something tried to... Oh, it's this thing. Wants me to scan it, but... Alright, let's go ahead and scan it anyway. I haven't wanted to scan it because it's just going to give me... I thought it would give me titanium that I didn't want, but it did not. So, that's fine. That needs to be cut open. We're still looking for the laser cutter. Copper wire. I guess I haven't scanned these featherfish yet. These are edible, but...
New creature discovered.
For food, and they hurt your water. Small edible prey fish. Let's let him go. What happened to Sully? I let him go.
I'm alive. Stefano saved me.
Stefano?
The attempted an emergency
Doc, we gotta get away from Stefano.
Everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well...
It's another exit right there.
Because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing, and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight, and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship.
30 seconds.
People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stephanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella. I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core.
the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured the rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes.
Wiring kit.
When I wake up, I'll figure
Oh,
this
this
out.
is a dead end.
I'll save us.
This used to be a way into... I'm gonna leave that. Deeper into the ship interior, and eventually towards the bridge. So if this is a dead end, and this is where we were swimming around earlier, this looks like a cuttable door. Yeah, cut to open access. And this is a dead end down here. And it goes up here. Also a dead end. That needs to be cut. And that goes out to where we were parked before. Easy to get turned around. What was that green glow? Is that just a reflection? Oh, it was... Yeah, it was just a reflection. There. Nothing to see there. Our sister went missing, our sister Sam. And so we greased some palms and took a lifeboat type thing down to the planet, which appears to have been mostly abandoned, if not entirely abandoned, and except for the people like Sam who have not come back. So we're down here pretty much on our own. The one person that knows that we're here would get in trouble if he said anything because he helped us get here. There's a prawn suit. We don't need a prawn suit though. So we're searching, we're trying to solve the mystery of what happened to our sister, is the short story. Chinese potato. We might come back for that. More potato. More prawn suit. But you need, excuse me, you need 4 prawn suit scans to get the blueprint. So I don't know, it needs to be cut. And here's a drill arm. It's not the same character as the first game. I think the character in the first game was male. This one's female. Her name is Robin. And she's lovely. Every now and then you'll get to see her shadow and pictures of her. Those plants give you air boost. Whoa! I almost swam past this. Wow, this would be easy to get lost in.
Sol should pay me more to lead these missions. I saved the whole damn crew from destruction. Mercury 2 was nearly obliterated by an immensely powerful energy beam. I don't know any weapon system with that level of capability. The power source to get that kind of range must be, well, otherworldly.
Oh!
We got lucky. The
I need to go back out before I lose my air.
Weaponry meant to counter pirates on mining freighters. The refraction of the beam across the atmosphere, Orion's belt, it looked like the Northern Lights. Such power. I fired the emergency flares and dumped water from the nuclear core. I think the heat signature confused the weapons tracking for just an instant. I managed a slight evasive maneuver, and I felt the Mercury get rocked by the sonic boom as the nuclear runoff rapidly evaporated. That alone could have taken us out.
After?
Definitely asking for a pay raise. This is not what I signed up for. My days of risky missions should be behind me. But what the hell? I still got it. Even if it was luck. Hopefully, whatever didn't want us on the planet doesn't mind when we leave.
It makes me think that the research that they were doing here released the Kara virus, and so the what do they call that? The quarantine platform, the big gun, went active again. So it's after the first game, same planet, but it's a different location on the same planet. So if we have to deactivate the gun, I don't know how we're going to do that. Potatoes in the first game, but I think the Chinese potato is something that humans imported here. That sounded kind of close. So up there, that hole should lead us to the command deck. Where's that other hole? It's where this prawn suit is. You go down, you go through this hole. What is that? That's just possibly a glitch. Looks like another cabin. Looks empty. That's the way out. Oh, it's got a scan. What did it want me to scan? I don't know, but here's another PDA.
We need to get off this planet. I mean, the morning started out so well. I took a team of 6 out to find the structures from the planetary scans. We were all in high spirits. I mean, who wouldn't be? These structures would be clues to another sentient race. It was highly unlikely that another colony would be out this far.
72 seconds.
In the freaking history books. Everything was going okay. We were a few miles from the ship when our radios picked up an actual signal. It sounded like an SOS. We got overly excited naturally and decided to enter the water to follow it. That decision cost 3 lives. I mean, half my team, they got ripped to shreds by something. They died screaming, alone in the cold, dark waters. I'm not going back in that godforsaken ocean again. I refuse. Some of the animals on this planet, they look sick too. Weird pustules on the skin, oddly sluggish. I think we should leave. But Diana said we should stay. She thinks the biopatent payoffs would be worth it, but those families will never see their loved ones again. They don't care about no payoffs. We can't return the bodies. I don't care about the accolades or the history books. I just want to see Layla and the kids. Man. I miss the smell of my wife's hair. The kids tackling me at the door again. That's all I want. To get out of here alive. Please.
Good reading. Let's see. So it turns out there is land in other parts other than the gun island. Yeah, well, I mean, even in the previous game there was a floating island, and then there was the island where the gun platform was. And there's, I think, one place where the coral breaks the surface. But as you're leaving on the rocket ship, that area, I can't remember if it's in the middle of a crater, but it's like in an elevated area, because if you actually try to go out of bounds, it just turns into open ocean that goes down farther than you can get to. I don't know if there is a bottom, but it's so dangerous because there's ghost leviathans there, and they will, well, you've seen that, they come at you 3 at a time. Like, I remember the video where you killed one. But yeah, this is a different part of the planet, and you spend part of your time on land here, where freezing is the problem bigger than running out of air. Mr. Creepypasta, that could be. I'm not familiar. I know the name. I'm not familiar with his work. See that a little better. Actually, I could read that right there. He's a great narrator. Okay. You killed him with knives? Did you use the stasis gun on him first? I remember watching. Oops, that was not what I meant to do.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh crap! I actually need to go back to my base because I'm out of food,
Vital signs
and it'll take a while to get there. I do want to grab that other PDA though, but we are going to have to explore this ship more. Is it in here?
Well, we landed safely, despite my apprehension. Diana, damned adrenaline junkie, took one of her defining risks and it paid off. Why hire me as the maintenance engineering officer if you aren't going to listen to their advice? Papa. I didn't go to school for 8 years and get 3 degrees for nothing. I tried to convince Diana that we don't need to stop for repairs. That's what the drift drive and the secondary propulsion system are for. It's just a bit slower. But she's in charge, not me. On the plus side, I get to work with Yasmin.
I think that goes up to the bridge.
She's been going around the whole ship giving folks a hand. I think she was getting on Diana's nerves, so she assigned Yasmin to me. She's helping me inspect and repair the thruster systems. I thought I was the most mechanically inclined person on the ship, but I think she has me beat. She can definitely teach me a thing or two, as long as I don't get too distracted by her smile. She's got the best smile.
Parallel process. I think we need that. Oh, well, we can't have it. That used to go out to another area, but the area, we were already in that area, and it seemed like, oh crap, there's more. It seemed like it didn't continue anymore. Alright, I am lost. So I'm going to, wow, there's a lot of crap.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I was hoping that I could go under the ship to get out. It looks now like I'm going to die. Because that's not it. That's not it. This is not it. Okay, we came in this way, right? I think. No, this is one of the cabins. Alright, here we go.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
But I am gonna head back to the base. Woo! They blew up my sub and I was very mad. Spent stuff like 2 or 3 hours going over ways to kill them with knives. The way I always killed them was with the prawn ship. Use the prawn suit. Grab them behind the head with... Wow, what is going on? This is the wrong way. Okay, we need to go roughly this way. I don't know if there's more stuff down here or if this is just decoration. Oh yeah, that's a vent. It's a vent garden. I don't know what's behind me. I am not turning around. Ah! It's the big thing! Toothbrush! We took about 25 damage from that. Sorry if I yelled. Maybe I should get somewhere a little safer before the brute shark behind us. Those won't do too much damage at a time. I've got a pretty good idea where we are. Another brute shark? You are the brute squad. Let's see. Easiest way for me was with the sea moth electrocuting him. Yeah, I did that with the other leviathans. I don't remember if I was ever able to kill, or if I even tried to kill a ghost leviathan with the sea moth. And I didn't try to kill the fire-breathing one down in the lava zones. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Nope, that indicator there should get us pretty close. We might need to go Oh, we're at the island. So we'll need to go around this island. That parallel processor that we need 2 more of, I think is how we fix the radio tower. That looks like a, it is. Crash fish. Weird place for one, they're usually in caves. And I don't have an indicator for where my actual base is. From this direction, I think it'll be just a little bit to the right of the lifeboat. That was stressful. This way, yeah. Yeah, sea moth electrocution was really powerful. The they had the stasis gun in this game for a while, but they took it out, which was too bad because it was really, how are we on power 78? Because it was really good for getting samples, because you kind of need fur samples from the what their substitute for polar bears. Looks like a cross between a polar bear and an anteater. It's not healing. I want to heal before I forget, because I will forget. I love the sea. Have you ever seen that TV series Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea? There was also a movie which I think came first. They had something they called the Flying Sub. It was a lot. It was fun. It was, you know, when you don't know anything about science and you're a little kid, that was a great show. So I can't. I could. No, these are prawn suit. I don't need prawn suit. I need sea truck, and I don't have everything I need to make the things. Although, is it that I don't have the ingredients? Ingredients unknown, ingredients unknown. Okay, and I just don't have the ingredients on my person. How are we on batteries? Oh, that definitely needs to be changed. Let's drop a couple things off.
Seek fluid intake.
Fluid, you say? I don't remember picking. And that's an underwater plant. Oops, I didn't mean to drop that one. So we can drink this water for now.
Vital signs stabilizing.
And no, let's actually, if we're going to put a battery in something, let's put it in there. So let's catch some bladderfish for now. There's one. We'll make some water, and then we'll work on. Oh man, I just remembered that desalinator that makes water and salt. That takes a lot of power. So we're either going to need to make a lot of solar panels. Ah, there he is. Or an alternate power supply, such as thermal. Thermal will probably be the easiest. Should be enough water for now. Yeah, so we're going to do some nice, boring base maintenance here for a little while. Probably for the next 20 minutes. Because I'll have to gather resources and... And we probably need to make power the next priority. One delicious fish. Sounds like it's snowing. And speaking of snowing, is our inventory. Let's grab some nuts. But I'm talking about these nuts. Nom 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 nom. Well, we are full already. Probably would have been quicker to dive in. Right, so that's our food and water situation. Next, let's see what does it take to make the thermal plant. 2 magnetite. Oh man. I don't know if I have 2 magnetite. I don't know if I have 1 magnetite. I do not. And I can't remember where to get it. Was it just over in the blister zone? Was it in the deep? We'll try that next. That's full too. Oh, and I was going to try to plant. Oh, it's rotten? I didn't get back in time. I didn't make it a priority. And can I put that in? It won't let me put that in there. It's rotten. I just need to drop it. I should have made it a priority and come straight back home. All right. I guess the next thing to do is see if we can get some magnetite. Well, we could just try to go off solar panels. Oh, I didn't scan the big room while I was there. Assuming it's scannable. It might not have been scannable because it was damaged. Control room. And it would be nice if it showed in here how much things raise and lower your hull integrity. How much? It's the control room. Titanium 4, advanced wiring kit, and glass. Advanced wiring kit. I don't feel like doing that right now. Let's see if we can get down to the deep twisties and see if that will allow us to get some magnetite. Because if we could get thermal power off of one of the volcanic vents, that would make things so much easier. Alright, with a crush depth of 650. We should be able to handle the depths, no problem. What about the depth of despair? Okay, not the... Am I going the wrong way? Depends, I was. That looks like a dead fish. That looks... Is that just a regular... Yeah, that's the cab of the... You can tell by the control arms. the cab of the sea truck. So not an interesting piece. And there's a piece for the I can't remember what it's called. That thing, mobile vehicle bay. Not sure why it's called a bay, because you don't dock with it. It's just a constructor. There's a diamond. Whoa, I'm getting dizzy. Which way is down? Straight ahead. I feel like we're about to be attacked. Alright, there's something we can scan. Should we get that diamond while we're here? Being followed? Negative. Storage module. One more of those. I feel like I can come back for the diamond if I need to. There's lots of them. See, truck fabricator module, which is nice if you want to do some cooking while you're out. I hear it, but I don't see it. Scary. I thought I saw something right there, maybe not. Let's check this little corner pocket back here. A little better. I might need to swim in there. Yeah, let's swim. Broken mandrake. I've got to remember there is a anemone-like predator down here that looks like those. Don't need that. Don't really need that either, but we're here, right? I thought there might be a PDA or something. Ooh, there's lithium. Might as well. Okay, and ignoring those 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. Must be nice. Just ignore diamonds like that. He showed us. Oh, he kind of did a little bit. And there's a piece of truck right there. Piece of truck in front of me, but not a pizza truck. No, he looks like he's stuck. And is that another piece right there? Yeah, so there's a piece there, a piece there, and a piece behind me. Would you just... I don't know how much that damaged him, but he went away. And we're down to 84% health. That's fine. Oh, there's another piece. So let's start with that, because I need my rammer to be in good shape. Get your mind out of the gutter.
New technology acquired.
New technology. Oh, what's this? Oh! If this is a hydrothermal vent, it seems to be... No, it's got some smoke above it. So you could probably set your thermal reactor up next to or above one of those. This is fabricator 2 of 3. I don't see the bad guy. Oh, there it is. Also fabricator module. So that should complete that. This is seat storage. I think we already got that. Yeah, so we get 2 titanium. I don't have a thermometer, so I can't tell how warm those things are. The warmer they are, the more they output, so the faster they recharge your... There's some lithium. Your base. Let's get that lithium. I'm not scared, you're scared. Okay. See if we can tuck back into this corner. Roof. I don't see him. That's weird, there was nothing there. Just unusual from a game design standpoint. Aha! See those wavy tentacles? They look a little bit different than the mandrake, whatever they're called. Why doesn't that attack him? That would be amazing. I would love that. Sea creature fight! Sea creature fight. It doesn't attack the sea truck either, I don't think. So right there, coming out of the sand, that thing is a predator, for lack of a better word. We can... I don't want to get out with this guy staring at me. Let's just ram him again. Oh, take that. Yeah, he went away. Where's the thing I wanted to scan? Right there. Should have already had that. Oh, its arms are tucked in. Ah! What just got me? Did it reach over here and get me? I think it reached out and got me. I thought you had to be directly above it. How much damage did I take? Looks like none. But it won't attack your ship. I can't tell if I'm damaging it or not. Doesn't seem like it. I'm not damaging me either. Alright. We'll move on. I don't know if we need that piece right there or not, but we're going to get it. No, we don't need that. How's my inventory? Yeah, we got room. Is there anything down here? I don't see anything that I need. More gel sacks. More diamonds. Is that right there? Is that something? Nope. Alright, so we want to see if we can tuck back into here. Another diamond. Ooh! This would probably be a good place to do some repairs. Alright, that looks like, yeah, that's nothing. Nothing here. Nothing. I don't know if I can squeeze through there. I'm not sure I want to. No. I was going to say, I'm not sure I want to try. Just pretty sure it wasn't going to work. Do you see anything down there? There's another one of these things. You can't see the beak on this one. Only the tentacles are protruding. And there's nothing around it. There's a piece of sea truck. Some interesting looking fish. Now, where is the monster that we just heard roaring? He's over there. And the thing we want is right here. I think we can do this. Although, yeah, we don't even need that piece. Just like a turtle poking his head out. We'll follow the interior. Oh, there's another piece. I think that's storage. Do we already have the storage? So what we need is the aquarium, which I'm pretty sure all the pieces for that are off to the east. Fabricator, docking, sleeper, storage. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to need any more pieces from down here, but there might be a PDA. There's 3 diamonds right there. It's a lithium. This is an interesting area. What's it? Wow, here's like a diamond vein. It doesn't let me scan it as a vein. There's another lithium. In the old game, you needed lithium to for basically reinforcing pieces. In this game, I think you use lead. That puts me full. So, unless there's something else in here. I think we're done with this cul-de-sac. Yeah, maybe I should have built that flashlight. It does come in handy. I'm going to drop a diamond and take that lithium. That's gold. It's a little easier to find, or a little less dangerous to find. Oh, looks damaged. Ooch. A couple more pieces. That storage. I can't tell what that is. I'm guessing docking. Fabricator, which we don't need. Hey, where's the door? Where's the door? So I don't think we're going to get any magnetite in here. That's the sad news. That's got to be storage. Storage, and what's in here? The battery. More diamonds. More diamonds. Man, this place is a girl's best friend. So if you need diamonds and you can exceed the 300-meter crush depth, this is probably the easiest place to get them. I think we've gotten everything out of here that we're going to get. I did think there would be more PDAs in here. Come at me, bro. There's stuff down here? No, just diamonds? Thought that was a crashfish nest for a moment. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. But nothing valuable. Proceeding along our previous path, there's another one of these things. Take that! And... oh, that's right, you better swim away. Let's see, now how far away is that thing? Alright, we should be able to get out and do a repair. I don't know if you can electrocute those. I imagine you can. Oh, what did I hit? Everything. And I can't tell if we have looped back yet or not. Doesn't feel like I'm going in circles. Or rather, it doesn't feel like I have gone in a circle. Yeah, I think we've been here. This is where I rammed him the first time. And I lost power. Because he zapped me. Zapatos. Isn't that an online retailer? Alright, we can get out of here, I think. Gonna ram him again. Hey, now we can scan him. Some marine biologist I am. Oh damn, that thing's right over there.
Seek fluid intake.
I don't know if you saw that. Squid shark, that's what it's called. That anemone right there. Ah, fluid intake? I'm really more of a fluid output kind of guy.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, we could pick up some more diamonds if we so chose. Trying to kind of look around as we go up. Make sure we're not passing something that, like, it fell down and landed on a ledge. It's just a gel sack. They're actually a little hard to get to. But once you start growing them at your base, then it's not really a problem anymore. Brute sharks should be here any minute. Oh, inventory full. Alright, now where are we going? Sorry, fish. I don't recognize any of this. So I probably need to go north. Which is why I'm going south. Where's north? Okay, should be right here then. I think I recognize that iceberg. Yep. So then the electrical should be under there. I can see the base already. Yeah, there's the electrical spark. So we did not find magnetite, and I can't remember where you find it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Should I look it up? Is it in that deep area down towards the crystal zone? I'm not sure. Okay, we can probably build wrong way. Another storage locker. Unload some of this stuff. What else did I want to build? I can't remember now. Yes, this is not organized at all. And it's about time for another food and drink hunt. Hello, penguin. Penguin. I still haven't explored these caves down here very much. Maybe I should do that. Maybe there's magnetite down there. I know I found it before. Not on this playthrough, though. So even if I remembered where I found it before, that doesn't mean it would still be there. What's it going to take to make that... Got to be down here. This. Oh, that's easy. It's going to take a ruby. That's the hardest part, and I've got those. So that's probably what I should do. But we're also going to need solar panel. Since I can't find the magnetite to make a thermal reactor. Quartz and titanium. Well, those are theoretically the easiest ones to find. Whoa, what you doing there? Looks like he's got a titanium for me. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so there's the base. So I kind of want to go this way. Which is south? No. I want to go this way. But I should probably eat first. It just looks like I'm following you. Ha ha! And that'll probably actually fill me up. Let's get one more just in case. Alright, here's the fun part. Here's the fun way to enter your base. Oh, it didn't work! I must have lined it up wrong. There we go. Just jump right onto the ledge. So, food. And water. We might not need to eat that last peeper. Of course I could salt it. That's probably a good idea. Where's the salt? Pass the salt. I don't have any salt. Nice. Okay then, munch. Yeah, it gets me pretty close to full. So whoa. Did I hit E? Was it the lightning? It thinks I'm above water. There we go. Glitches happen. Did that say the health was at 86? Go down a little. The health is 86. I could have sworn I just repaired that. Alright, base. So we want to go this way. Sorry. We could also, because I haven't done this yet, I should probably try to explore this cave down here. We're going to take some damage from crash fish or some salt. In the meantime, let's just let this guy go. See ya, buddy. Oh, this is not his habitat. Hopefully that's not an issue. Can I not squeeze through here? I cannot. Goodness gracious. That's some bad driving. Okay, this cavern doesn't go that deep. Apparently. Crash fish over there. So I can't scan these? Alright. Can't remember what they're good for, but 4 ought to do the trick, right? I mean, how many pustules do you really need? Alright, come on, crash me. Did I kill him before he exploded? I'm okay with that. Oh, it's such a tight fit. Spin maneuver. Works every time, so far. Crashed into him. You can't crash into me, I'm crashing into you. Repair. Actually, I do want that. Laser cutter. I didn't need to go to the other side of the map. I feel so foolish. I don't need crystalline sulfur. Sulfur plant. Oh, okay. So the crash fish makes a nest out of the sulfur plant. It isn't that it makes the nest. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through here. Ooh, there's another piece of laser cutter. Oh. Well, that made this trip worthwhile. Let's see if we can go further that way. I'm pretty sure there's more crash fish over here. There were in previous iterations. You're supposed to free dive this? That's part of the mobile vehicle bay. There's some salt. There's another nest. Ah, the repulsion cannon. Hopefully we don't have to scan too many of these. Propulsion cannon. Repulsion cannon is the upgrade. Quartz. How are we doing on inventory? I'm gonna... Where's that salt? We just saw it. Was it up here more? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that salt. Whoa! So we can salt some fish. For our next trip. Ooh, can I get in there? Never thought about whether or not you could push the sea truck. Makes sense that you can. Other things can push it, why can't you? It's another nest, but it's laser cutter. So we don't really need that. Let me verify that. I would hate to make that mistake. Yeah, there we go. That is complete. So we'll be making one of those when we get home. Ouch. Another nest over there. Is it mobile vehicle bay? What is that? I can't tell what that is. Might be two things. Mobile vehicle bay, mobile vehicle bay, mobile vehicle bay. I thought he was going to try to hand me something. Yeah, so that'll just give me some titanium if I scan it. I can use some titanium. This guy's a different color. The crash fish right there. I don't know how you're supposed to be able to scan one of those without the static rifle. Stasis rifle, that's what it's called. Alright, I guess we can start looking for an exit. There did look like another area right over here, but it might just be part of the way in out. I remember there's one area in one of these caves, and it might be this cave, where you just go in circles. Alright, more laser cutters. That volcano is over there. Of course, that'd be another place for a thermal generator. And laser cutter. Okay, well, I feel foolish for not coming down here before. This is where to go for all your laser cutting needs. Well, except you still need the diamond and the crystalline sulfur, which you can get from the crash fish nest. So we're going to try to find our way to the exit. Another crash fish. Oh, I can't ram it. And I'm pretty confident I have the gravity trap. I don't think I've scanned that yet. Need 2 of those. I don't imagine I will use it. There may be a good use for it now. And that's propulsion cannon. So we don't need that because we already have it all scanned out. So we'll scan it for the titanium. Oh, I thought before it gave me the blueprint. Once again, glad I didn't trust myself. Now about that magnetite. So the base should be right back this way. Magnetite is not going to be here. Oh, I know one place there's lots of it. Oh. We got... Oh, we only got 2 of 3. That's not nice. I thought we were going to be able to build one of those. Which it would be very nice to have one of those for the... there's an iceberg or glacier with a cave inside of it that has lots of magnetite. I do remember that. And I'm assuming it's still there. It's, I guess, north of the Lilly-pads. I don't remember how to access them. Oh, it's in here. Maps. So Lilly-pads. So we start over here, Omega. So it's probably this one or this one, but it's in that area. And right now I think we're over here. Maybe over here. But without that, nice, so pretty. Without that ultra high tank, I don't think I want to go in there because it's easy to get turned around. It's a little bit tight. Can I make a I can make a prawn suit. This is titanium. I don't think there are. This is copper. I don't think there are titanium or magnetite outcrop or what do you ever call these big deposits? There is a ruby one, and I think it's in the mining cave that's behind the door. The big double door that's just a little too small to get your sea truck through. It's over here. More of the same. Looks like it's getting ready to drop off. But we could make a prawn suit, right? Got the docking module. Got the prawn suit. It takes plasteel ingot and emerald glass. Computer chip power cell. We could totally make that. And we could come and get copper and titanium at will, basically. I'm just kind of wandering right now. But having remembered, oh, we need the laser cutter before we can go in that cave, because you need to cut through some ice barriers, and you need the laser cutter to do it. So we should probably make the laser cutter the next priority, as well as stocking up on food and water. Maybe some solar panels, and get that desalinator going, because it does take a while. Ouch! It does take a while for it to make water. The more I'm thinking about it, yeah, it takes a long time. We're at 92%. I'm going to heal, repair, I should say, because we're probably going to run into hostiles on the way home. Oh, we should be going this way. Actually, we should probably be going that way, but... Sorry, everything's so pretty. A lot of copper and titanium over here. And quartz. Squid shark. We already killed one. We don't have anything to prove. There will probably be some lithium over here. There'll also probably be a Leviathan. I'm going to start collecting quartz because we're going to need it for solar panels. That's a weird place for a quartz. I just heard a monster. Usually you hear them before you see them, right? At least the big ones. But I saw a couple lithium over here. I'll leave that salt. I can't remember what the Leviathan sounds like, but these lizard things sound scary enough. And they kind of have an aggression pattern where they swim around fast like that, and then they usually are cool for a little bit. That was close. Did I just kill him? I barely ran into him. At least now we'll know what they're called.
New creature discovered.
Cryptosuchus? Should have hit it with my knife to see if I could get any food out of it. Oh man, there's several over there. And 3 counts as several. I'm a little scared out here. It's a fair amount of quartz. Enough to make several solar panels. Sorry. Excuse me, coming through. Is this where we were? Or is this a different one? Does it say how far that is? 600 meters? This might be where we were. Yeah, that looks like a nest that's not a nest. I say that looks like a nest that's already been scanned. And laser cutters. Even if this isn't where we were, I doubt we need anything in here. Oh, look out, bro! I don't want to run into you. Going the right way? Yeah, this should be the right way. Sure got dark. Yeah, we're on the edge of the smokers. So this is actually a pretty good place. Ouch. Oh, was I full? I'm full. Didn't realize I was full. Thought I had some room. You know, the opposite of full. That thing. There's the base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. How's the health? 89? How did I take that? Why can't you heal, repair? There we go. Much better. So now we have 4 titanium and mini quartz. We need food and water pretty soon. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Titanium, or lithium. Actually, I need to see if I can plant these. I don't think I can. Nope. I think the only thing they're good for is making benzene. Maybe they're good for nothing. Young cotton, what? Young cotton anemone. Have we even found those? Could be these spores are completely useless. Root pustule. We'll hold on to them nonetheless. Do you need copper for a solar panel? I suspect you do.
Seek
Yes, you
fluid
do.
intake.
All right.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So copper ore, 1, 2, 3. That'll allow me to make at least 3. Gold. And all right. So we'll make 3 solar panels to go with our other 2 or 3 solar panels. Hopefully before we freeze. I think I only have enough titanium to make 2.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Not to mention I'm just kind of cold. Out of titanium. We also got the reinforced dive suit, which I think is good for damage resistance. Those ladders are so fast. You're up them before you have time to blink. So that gives us how much power? Max of 450. The water filtration, 3 titanium, a copper wire, and an aerogel. So for the aerogel, we're going to want the knife, and we will 1, 2, and pluck. And really, I guess we only needed to plant 1 because we're only taking 1. We'll need a ruby. Aerogel. And then it was 3 titanium. Copper wire, so we'll need 2 more copper. Those are gold. Ugh. How much copper do we need to make a prawn suit? Two? No, because we'll also have to make the power cell. So we've got to find lots of copper. Let's go ahead and store the quartz we have. And the aerogel. We're gonna need food. Hey, there's a copper. And a peeper. Ah, he outmaneuvered me like a Japanese Zero. I saw another one. I don't need 3. Well, I can salt 1 for later. Titanium. Titanium. Hello, boomerang fish. Why not? Seamonkey. Copper. 2 coppers, so we could get started on our... Oh, do you want to give me something? Thank you, bro.
Okay.
You're my hero. Kisses. Now we have 4 copper.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
Is that
remaining.
all? We'll make it. I don't want to waste all my battery. I think there were several nodes. Yeah, there's 2 right there. I am swimming into shark-infested waters. Heading in that direction. Yeah, there's one right there. Infested. It's like an infestation. Is that insulting to the sharks, do you think? Oh, I haven't scanned these yet? How much room do I have? Got a few. I think we'll be going this way. I know I said I missed my mom, but that's not the one I was talking about.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright, where's my base? Right there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Good to be home. Let's go grab a salt. We will salt 1 peeper. Because I think did I catch 3? Thought I caught 3. And then we'll cook the other 2. Was it just 2? Yes, it was just 2. Oh, I guess I didn't get any bladderfish. That did not fill us up, but that's okay. Let's make... No, let's make copper wire. I knew what I was looking for was not in that one. Oh, I'm out of table coral samples. I thought I had more. Alright, well, let's go get some more. Speed things up a little bit. Actually, I shouldn't have done that, because now I only have room. I can drink another water, right? Not really. Do it anyway. Yeah, and these have not grown back yet. It's... Does that make me full? I only meant to get... Yeah, I did mean to get another one. There's another one. There's a few more right there. So wet down here. Oh, what an idiot. Just looking at my inventory, I should have known better. So I was just thinking where I'm going to put this. I can put it here or here, but I don't know if that means that I can't use that exit then. Alright, for the computer chip I need gold, copper, wire. Wow. Usually I got a little, I'm just walking around with bling. Computer chip. Or was it wiring kit I needed? Now I can't remember. What else did we need? Oh, that was for the prawn suit. Okay, I guess we're making a prawn suit. Well, we're gonna need 4 batteries. And is it silicone rubber? Silicone rubber. I guess I only need 1 battery. So a battery is 2 plant ribbon, 1 copper ore. Luckily, I planned ahead. What's that noise? Like something laughing. I needed 2 of those. What a dum-dum. I still need the rubber silicone. And I'm going to need to make some inventory room for that. Let's do these right here. That should be all I need. See, I thought those were going to grow longer, taller, so I put them down low like that. Didn't need to. All right, what else do we need? Plasteel ingot and enameled glass. So we're going to need, do we have quartz? We have quartz, so we can make the glass. Enamel glass is lithium, I think? Lead and diamond, wow. I thought I saw a lead in here, and was it 2 diamond? Nope, just 1. Alright. Next, we will need plasteel ingot. I believe that is titanium. I've got enough titanium, so let's go ahead and make that first. Titanium ingot. And I think it's lithium that we combine to that. 2 lithium. Goodness. I think there was. Alright, so that's a prawn suit. We'll go out to the mobile vehicle bay. It's going to drop all the way down there. Maybe I should nudge it back this way. Oh man, this is probably too far. Yeah, because it's probably going to make it on this platform. But that's okay. Let's see, use vehicle and vehicles. What's this? Oh, modules. For the modules, I'll need to have those over the water. And we're starting to get cold. It looks like it's going to land on that platform over there. Could land on this ice platform. It went in the cage. This could be a problem.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Can we jump out? Okay, that was enough. And I'm going to park it right here. What I'd like to do is build a platform like from there over to here, but that always turns out to be a problem for some reason. I don't quite understand. Did you hear a tiger? 2. No, 4. 3, sir. So if you want to build a platform, it takes lead. So that's a problem immediately. If we look at it this way, look at down a little more. No, it doesn't want me to do that. Why can't I build it here? I can build it up one, but I don't know, maybe it's... So we're going to need lead before we can do that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Apparently I'm running low on lead. Got 2 left after this. Let's go ahead and grab them. Probably going to regret using them, if I can even do what I'm trying to do. Now we want to see if, okay, +2 to hull, base hull strength, so we're now at 4.8. We can't build off of there. Can we build down? No. Can we build there? No. Can we build? We can build this way, but we can't build this way. It doesn't want us to have that there, I guess. Put it there. Put it there, it locks in. Put it there. That's not quite where I want it. Is it Q to deconstruct? Yeah, Q to deconstruct. How about that? If I get right here and look up, yeah, that'll keep, I think that will keep the prawn suit from falling too far. But it's over here now. So
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I have a plan. Speed boost, left shift. I didn't know that was a thing. Vertical thrust, space, exit E. So I can probably, I don't know if it's too low to get it up there, but we'll figure it out. Next, I still need to make that water thing, which is kind of what I thought I was doing, but then I realized I wasn't, so then I did something else. Alright, copper wire. Still need copper wire and 3 titanium. That's it? That's all you need to make that? Oh, fine, I'll use the ladder. No running by the pool! Is our aerogel still in inventory? It is not. So there's that. 1, 2, that's 3. Copper wire. We can make copper wire right here. Alright, then we should be able to make our water gizmo. It's not, it is there. Now watch the base power. Alright, it's pretty stable. Alright, so 5 or 6 solar panels. How many do we have? We've got 3 up on that platform up there. And then we have 1, 2, 3 here. So during the daytime, that's stable enough. But it's going to take a long time. Does it show the progress? Let's get this out of my hand. Progress. Water 4%, salt 8%. So another thing is, you've got 2 slots for water, 2 slots for salt. It does the salt faster. So you'd think that you would get 4 things of salt and 2 things of water. Sorry. Alright, so like I said, that's going to take forever. What are we going to do next? We still don't have magnetite. We could try to build the docking sea truck docking module. So for that we would need an advanced wiring kit, 2 silver. Wow, I can't even remember. 2 silver for the wiring kit, and then you also need CPU, which is going to be copper wire, 2 coral table samples, and can't remember. Is it maybe it's just more copper wire? Is that a parallel processing unit? So, gold. Alright, let's go ahead and make one. And 2 coral table samples. Do I still have those? Alright. Oh, how come I can't make an advanced wiring kit? Because I guess I didn't make a wiring kit? I don't think I needed that. Did I need that copper wire? Yeah, that's what I needed it for. Alright, what else do we need? Docking module. 3 lead, and I just used up all my lead. Where do we find lead? We find it kind of in this area. So, let's go find some lead. Food and water. Yeah, let's do some food and water first. Actually, just eat some nuts. Wow. I got a lot of nuts. Alright, lead. So if we're trying to, at night, if we're trying to make water and charge the sea truck, that could be a problem. This could have lead. Oh, silver. Which one has lead in it? It's not these, but I'm going to grab them anyway. Could have copper. We need titanium for almost everything. Frame rates are dropping a little bit. Is that a crash fish off to the left there? Nope, it's coral table sample. Go ahead and collect that. When you have a tool, you only have to hit it once. But you swim more slowly with a tool. At least that's the way it used to be. I haven't really tested it. Alright, I'm not finding the outcroppings that I need. Oh man, we're back here already? And we have 30 seconds of air?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
It's like you're reading my mind. Don't go into the light. Right, the outcroppings we're looking for should be a dark gray pewter color, like this one. Yeah, there we go, galena. Chance of lead. There's a lead. That was a titanium. Quartz down there. Quartz over there. And there's sharks in this area, so I kind of want to be careful and not lose track of my surroundings. Is that one? No, that's limestone. There's one right there. Nope, that's also limestone. "78 seconds. Seeing these sharks. It's the ones you don't see that get you. Probably shouldn't be getting anything that's not galena, since lead is what I really want. And I only have so much. Well, that was 3 lead, so we should be able to head back now. Mobile vehicle bay. Yeah. "36 seconds. And there's a shark right there, so I'm going to use the speeder.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Go this way to try to confuse him. Sounded like it didn't work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah. What was I going to make? The, this thing? Okay. I could just use that one, couldn't I? And then, is it 2 lithium? should be everything I need for the docking bay. Yeah, docking module. Oh, salt is ready. Now for this one, we don't want it to land on land. So we're gonna, if we can turn it around here. Still gonna try to land on that. Alright, we got it to turn, so this will be fine. And it won't drop to the bottom like the prawn suit would. Alright, we want the docking module. We still need nickel. We still haven't made the laser cutter. So, that's my bad. Make that laser cutter. What time is it? 8 o'clock? I think I'm going to run to the restroom. Oh, or the propulsion cannon, which could come in handy, could it? Arguably. But this is what we really need. 2 diamond, 1 battery. Battery. Alright, so for battery, we know we need 2 of these. What else do we need? Oh, that was the right thing. Crystalline sulfur and another diamond. An additional diamond. There's an additional diamond. That's the wrong one. No crystalline sulfur there. There we go. Do we want to make a propulsion cannon? Let's go ahead and make one. I think they take up 4 space in your inventory, so not sure how badly. And what else did we need? Wiring kit. And tool me. Oh, and I've got the charge fins too. I forgot about that. But I think the charge fins... Oh, and we forgot about that too. I think the charge fins go slower. Fins translate vertical climb movements underwater into forward thrust. Enhances swim speed by 15%. Oh, that's the basic ones. And we already have those. I thought we got the charging fins, but maybe we didn't get the full schematic. Which we can learn right in here somewhere. So we got fins. Okay. That's weird. Let's look at the upgrade station. Okay, for swim charge fins, wow, we need polyaniline, wiring kit, and fins. I don't think we've been to where we need to go for the polyaniline. Hydrochloric, benzene, polyaniline. So gold and hydrochloric acid. And we need the young cotton anemone. Have we seen that yet? Do we miss one?
Sol should pay me more to lead these missions.
Yeah, we heard that one earlier. Let's see, alien statue, we did see that. What else is there? Fossil excavator? Oh yeah, we saw that. And the water analysis station, we saw that. I didn't read the outputs. Testing for levels of coral bacteria in the water. Spectroscopic analysis. Experimental application of light, heat, and chemical compounds via cylindrical core at the center of the storage chamber. Alright, ore vein and ruby. Fauna, we want flora. Exploitable, probably. Sulfur plant, reaper, wine glass. How is it exploited? Maybe you can eat it. So you can probably eat that too. Although these things you can make into other things, and you can make that into other things. Okay, so not exploitable. How about sea? Anemone plant? Nope. Raindrops. Mandrake. Bullseye shroom. Green tinian. That's a plant? Oh, look, there's a little diver right there. Kelp root, Lilly-pad. Radiant sieve. And the spiral plant was exploitable. So I didn't see anything like cotton anemone. Now I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, the benzene, or hydrochloric acid. Young cotton anemone. So we didn't see anything under Y, A, or C. So table coral is the only coral, huh? So antenna. So no anemone. No cotton. And no young. So it's something we haven't found yet. I think I know where to find it, but yeah. Oh, let's see. Battery, wiring kit. I didn't make the propulsion. Thought I was going to do that. Alright. Another battery. That's probably our first glass of water, or bottle of water.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Wiring kit, so that's going to be 2 silver. Alright, so I have those. Did you want one? I seem to have made an extra. Yikes. We can put up a motivational poster. Put it on the ceiling. That would be something. Is that motivational enough? Focus. Alright, so let's get our food and water situation. I'm coming for you, people. He figured me out. Who's next? Oh, I guess I need to make the drill arm for the prawn suit too, if I'm ever going to use it. He eluded me. Hey, you got some copper for me? Thanks, buddy. Big hug. All right. Anyway, while we're breathing. Wow. Those both just went right through my fingers. That's not a peeper. Peeper to the left of me. Oh no! I'm never gonna make the varsity team at this rate. I think I ran into him. Three peepers. Well, I'm full. However we slice it. Except we do that. I am. You may. Come again?
Oxygen.
There you am. What are you up to? Okay. I meant before being here. Oh. Well, isn't that something? Were you watching your favorite streamer?
I thought you said it was on YouTube.
I archive on YouTube. So I live stream on Twitch and then I upload the videos to live stream on Twitch, upload to YouTube. Yes, that's what I do. Full thing. I am too lazy. I really should edit it. I'm not sure. There's someone that's been here for a while. But it could be someone who's lurking as well. King Akira was here earlier.
You know what they said?
What did they say?
They said that we can use the wood from the old cabins to make a fort. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you. I don't know how that fort's gonna work out. Just store some stuff here. I'll leave that here. And these are cured. That one's cooked. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I want to eat that now. And then go out and get a couple more. Yeah, I'll leave that there. Yeah, survival mode does eat up a lot of time. Actually, yeah, I'll get one more. Do I have more salt on me? Well, I'll have more back in the water machine. Oh, I'm disoriented. Where is home? Right there. Ladderfish. Sea glide fragment. Why not? We can grab a couple of titanium. And I think it's just a standard sea truck module. Yeah.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Hate to waste my battery like that. Hello? Thought I heard someone come back in. Could have been the wind. Alright, so we have several waters, several salted peepers. Kind of want to get that last bottle of water, 98%. And then I think we'll head over and check out pilot last known position. I did say I was going to pee, but I'm too excited now. Can't wait. Okay, I do have my laser cutter, right? Alright, and put the repair tool in 3. Should have done that earlier. And I don't even know if I'm going to be using the propulsion cannon. It comes in handy sometimes. It's good for fishing. Oh yeah, there was a more than one place where you needed it to
Welcome aboard, Captain.
move some boxes so you could get through a door. Let's try that again. As soon as we get in here, dip down a little bit, and then pilot last known. And we will need magnetite before we can make our thermal generator, whatever it's called. There should be an area over here, some alien artifacts that we haven't been to yet. We came across the opening once, but I didn't really have enough oxygen capacity. I think this is it. See how I say I'm going to do one thing and I go and do something else instead? Yeah, there it is. Now, the first couple times I came down here,
could provide useful information. Processing. I can visualize a location where we may find an important component for my body. The image is hazy, but I am sure it is correct. A stark surface landscape, dangerously cold. Curved spires stretch to the sky.
why are there... Oh, those are eggs. Thought they were dead. Dead fish. Huh. Thought we could get some lead while we're down here. That was titanium. $102 left. Silver. $75. Silver? I don't want silver. I don't hate silver. Ah. There's galena. That's lead. In 60 seconds. Silver. I go from 45 seconds to 75 seconds. Do you see any more outcroppings? Silver. This one looks like lead. Oh, what's this? Gold? Alright, well, I wasn't planning on getting any gold this trip, but why not? Alright, you see any more galena? That looks like argonite. That is, this one looks like galena though. They're kind of hard to tell the difference. That was titanium. There's some diamonds down there. What else we got over here? Any more? Yeah. I'm pretty good on diamonds. 54 seconds. Alright, I guess we can get back in a boat. There's one that looks like argonite. Yeah. Argentite.
Warning. 30 seconds
Too
of
dark to see
oxygen
anything out
remaining.
here. Ah, let's answer the call.
How do humans cope with the loss of memories?
Like forgetting someone's birthday? I don't know, it just happens.
When you die, some quantity of knowledge is lost forever to the next generation. Isn't that...
I'm warning you, if you call humanity inefficient one more time, I will swim us both into the mouth of a leviathan.
Is that sarcasm? I am still having trouble differentiating.
How inefficient?
Efficiency aside, does the loss of knowledge not create complications?
Well, on a personal level, losing someone can be traumatic. But it's harder to process the idea of generational knowledge. Humans aren't networked, so we can't even be aware of what we're losing moment by moment. We try to learn from history. Maybe it's not ideal, but it's what we have.
What happens when you no longer have the memories of others to combine with your own?
You make your own memories and interpretations. You have to experience life as an autonomous being. Discover yourself.
That idea is foreign to me.
Damn, I'm thirsty already. Oh, look like a diamond right there. No, it's just quartz. Hello, whale. Can't remember if there's something inside here. Coral table sample. Or if it's just pretty. There might also be, I don't think there's any seahorses over in this area, but I'd hate to find out the hard way that I'm wrong. Whaley, 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 whaley. Gorgeous creatures, really. Why are you attacking me? Because he's the brute shark. That'll teach him. Let's jump out real quick and... Alright, now we are looking for...
Seek fluid intake.
Really? I did just say mention I was thirsty.
Vital signs stabilizing.
This looks like it's worth scanning. Actually, there might be seahorses over here. This is not scannable. Alright, pilot. How far is this? 500. Pilot, 59. And this takes us back over by the Seamonkey nest caves. There's a Seamonkey nest now. This looks like a afterburner fragment. A lot of noise there. Sea truck afterburner, which I think I already have. Maybe it's there's horsepower afterburner. So I've already learned it. So I should have picked up 2 titanium from there. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. I didn't see them pop up the way they usually do. A little chomp chomp. So ruby. I think I'm going to get the ruby. I'm not sure how many I have left. gonna be hilarious if I start dropping rubies to make room for other things. Slightly disoriented. Alright, looks like... Is this the ultra high capacity tank? Yes.
New blueprint synthesized.
I should have brought the sea truck. This looks like it's already been scanned, though. So does this. That copper? Oh, that's, ooh, is it nickel? Thought it might be, some copper that I dropped earlier, or gold? So, yeah, reminder to self, keep an eye out for nickel. Copper ore. Really? 72 seconds. What else might I need down here? Horsepower upgrade? Maybe. Let's go investigate the the last. Well, we just investigated the last known pilot position. I don't remember what we thought we were going to find there. Did we scare him away with our bluster? There's another. Well, that's why I think this is the one we just scanned 3 or 4 minutes ago. And we're in the vicinity of base Omega. Been sloppy with the driving. Oof. Yeah, we could go down there. I'd kind of rather have that last depth module, though. And in order to get that, we've got to go to where Marguerite is. Is there anything in here? Can't pin that because we don't have it. This is going to take, wow, 4 lithium. I mean, we could just go back and make that now. That's a kilometer away. That's 400 meters away. And there's actually something down below us as well. But it's pretty deep, and we might be able to make it. I can't remember if it's that it's below 300 or that it's below 650. Sneeze coming up. All right. I guess I don't really need to worry about that if I'm in the truck. We could take a moment to do a quick repair. Well, I'm not sure what the last known pilot location was supposed to reveal to us. Ooh, I got bright quickly. I think right over there is where we were in the Seamonkey caves. There's probably some more here, maybe? Aquarium module? I think we already have that. No, we don't. All right, let's peek up a little bit. Maybe we'll spot another fragment nearby. Nope. Architect body. It's only, okay, we're 200 down, that's 225 down. If we go 650, then yeah, we should be able to make it to that. Oh, shut up. It's getting closer. Barely damaged us. I think we were at 94, now we're at 93. I didn't mean that as a taunt. Is he still following us? Jeez. Alright, how much inventory room do we have? Not enough. Okay, we're going to want to collect some of these. We'll hold off on the fish for now. Yeah, so we need 2 flowering spore for benzene, and I can't remember what benzene is good for, but we're going to need it for something.
I strongly sense my people's technology nearby. A body component is near.
Ah, there's a magnetite. Yes! Oh, let's go ahead and scan it. It's uranite. Alright, eyes open for magnetite. This is where that little hand scanner, metal scanner, would come in handy. But we found one at this depth, so let's skirt around. Keep an eye out for more before we proceed. It's just going to make me more disoriented, but that's okay. That's another one right there. My strategy paid off. How much room do we have? Oh, we're gonna have to drop some stuff. Gold, copper, silver, titanium, first and foremost. That's a uraninite all the way up here. And there's a magnetite. Thought I saw one right over there. Can't even remember what I needed it for now, but I sure want it. Oh yeah, we're almost to the bottom of the island. Is it really an island if it's floating? It's kind of... Oh. Yeah. Oh, these things are... I hate those. They give you LSD trips. Which, you know, some people pay extra for, but I find it very dangerous. Getting disoriented. There's one. Getting disoriented. And I'm pretty sure the uraninite is only valuable for, or its only use is for making reactor rods. So if you don't plan on using nuclear power, then you don't need it. I think. That one back there? No, that's Argentite. I want there to be a 1-to-1 ratio for the radioactive. What is that? Radioactive material, and oh, it's just a Argentite. Radioactive material in my magnetite. I want there to be at least as much of what I want as the thing that I don't want. But the nuclear material is a consumable, basically. Your reactor rods don't last forever. Alright, have I made full circle? Maybe. Either way, we can proceed. Is that? Oh, it's quartz. We had to have gone all the way around, hadn't we? Haven't we? Alan is like, come on, dude. Fetch my body. We are pretty deep now. 478. Inventory. Oh, and we're full. Got 4 magnetites. I'm going to go ahead and drop a few things. And pick up a few more of these. Is this scannable? How about this stuff? Oh, young cotton anemone. All right. Hopefully we can grow those. I'm already full? Just dropped a bunch of crap. Well, I can eat a fish, which will make me a little bit thirsty, and I can drink a thing. $60 seconds. All the junk I dropped. Where's the truck? Here we go. Alright, I don't think there's going to be anything else in this chamber. I think we need to go back that way. think we can probably scan this thing. Or maybe we can go this way. Do we have the indicator for the alien body? It's right there. 150. We're going to be pretty close to crush depth. There's an alien pylon. Giant cotton anemone. Ooh, that breath. What is this? Is it gold? Okay. .500 meters. And we need to go that direction. We're at 550. Is that another magnetite? A diamond. How disappointing. Should have driven closer. I probably could have told. That's a nickel? I think. Maybe not. Is it a limestone? It's a nickel. There's a shiny nickel in it for you. Got one space left, so if I pick up any more than one thing, I'm going to need to drop something. I got 5 magnetite, which hopefully is more than I'll need. Let's see if we can scan this pylon. I don't think we can. Nope. Looks like an opening over there in that direction. How many mushrooms did I pick up? 3? 3 ought to be enough. If I can plant them. I'm assuming I can plant them. Whatever the recipe was, I'm pretty sure that only needed 3. No one invited him. That looks like another magnetite over there. I wish I could remember what I needed it for. Nope, that's also quartz. I was going to say diamond. That's a diamond right there. Alright. There's gold outcropping. Getting pretty close. And we're at 615 meters. Hopefully there will be no predators in here. Ooh, they've got a force field on this now. Last time I was here there was no force field. But last time I was here you could scan these too, and after you scanned like 20 alien objects, can't remember what you got out of it. This is different. I like it. Architect skeletal structure.
Very dense, able to handle heavy forces. A good frame for my new form.
Are you okay, Alan?
It is not often that I gaze upon the form of a fallen architect.
Is this place another sort of sanctuary? It's peaceful. Beautiful, even.
As the bacterium spread, the continuation of life became uncertain. This is a place to reflect.
I think I understand.
Voxel flowers and rattlers. Oh, I thought something would pop up here. I guess I didn't do it fast enough. Mineral distillery? Structure of this device and internal scans indicate a likely utility in processing and extracting minerals out of the water. Device is engineered to suck water in. I don't remember that. Was that the thing we just scanned? Device is engineered to suck water into the superheated primary chamber. As the water boils, steam is forcefully condensed back into a separate chamber that releases the processed water back into the ocean. The minerals that are left behind are gathered in attached container module. Activation and control parameters remain unknown. So that's not this. This was an ornamental plant. Flowering spore, young cotton anemone. Grand cotton anemone. Loop plant. Alright, was it land? It's gotta be. Ancient ornamental plant. Molecular scans point to an incredibly slow cell metabolism, which is backed up by carbon dating. The plant cells appear to be engaged in a process known as transdifferentiation. This process alters the state of cells and transforms them into a new cell type over time. Through this process, the plant continuously replaces any poor biological material, allowing it to potentially live for an incredibly long period of time. The carefully regulated structure of this plant's cellular biology and the intentional nature of its display among other alien artifacts suggests that the architects designed and cultivated this plant for some kind of aesthetic or cultural purpose that we can only speculate about. Well, alright. So we can't scan the rattlers or the voxel plants. That's alright, we don't need to. These things are all the same. Each equally spectacular. And then I'm sure Alan will call us as soon as we get inside. Yeah, there's oxygen plants down here in case you wanted to free dive it. Well, I figured he'd call us as soon as we got back in the cab. Well, we're full. Oops. So, it's a diamond. So we probably ought to make our way home. I can make the ultra capacity air tank. Got the magnetite, so I can make whatever I needed that for. I don't know what I needed the nickel for. Hopefully we can plant those mushrooms. Oh crap, it's 9 o'clock. So I need to hurry back to the base and get out of here so I can get ready for work. I hate these guys. Lilly Paddler. Sounds like the name of an adult film star. That would be over here. And it would be indigenous life forms, fauna, carnivore? It's not a carnivore. It's not a leviathan. Oh, scavengers and parasites. Not a... Huh. I don't know where it goes then. I'm not going to take the time to check further. Which way is out of here? We might need to go down before we can go up. Wouldn't mind finding another nickel. This seems right. Yeah, there's the bottom of the island. And which way is home? Northwest. So we could still try to get some kyanite. But I'm not sure I want to try that with what little time we have left, and we would have to drop more stuff out of inventory in order to do it. So I think we'll just head back to base. Kinda wish I had a rear view mirror. If we go too shallow, we'll be vulnerable to the Leviathan. Beak nose one. Oh, I haven't been here yet, huh? Let's see if I can get scanning before the bad guys return. I don't need a fabricator module. I don't need a sea truck fragment. I don't really need a disinfected water. That's just going to be, yeah, titanium. I thought there was, yeah, here is operational hub. That's the control room. We already have the control room. Aquarium. I can't remember if we have the aquarium.
Technology acquired.
All right, now we do. Chair. I think that's everything. Where's the ship? There it is. It's not really a ship, it's more of a boat. Some lithium. Oh, and there's a music disc right here. Inventory full. Northwest. All right. pockets are full. I'm out of time. We still have some water. There's another lithium right there. Seems like if you stay low, you attract less attention. Alright, so I think the base is actually going to be right over here. Oh, where the prawn suit is, of course. Alright, I'm not sure what we're going to do next time. We'll probably go to Marguerite's base. We might build some more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh, it's all lowercase? Where's my cap? My cap lock is on. Of course it is. Ugh. 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 I can't go anywhere. And, yeah, we're not going to get a good end screen, I guess. Alright, so thanks for being here. Twitch, you can follow, subscribe, but it'll cost you money. Can't guarantee it's worth it. Your money, you decide. No refunds, as far as I know. Let's see, you can also share a link to let other people know that here we are. That's pretty much it. On if you're watching on YouTube, which this will be available on YouTube tomorrow, then you can subscribe for free. Like, dislike, leave a comment, and again, share a link to let people know this is where it's at, wherever it is. Reminder for YouTube people, all live shows are on Twitch and are archived on YouTube later. Alright, well, I hope to see you guys next time, because it's always more fun when you're here. And until then, be well.